His pilot shot dead, and though still just a fitter, he safely landed a crew and cropped plane on the sands of time, and in heaven's Elysian fields he wrote his name. Flight Sergeant Pilot Lancelot, Percival Williamson, Percy and Anne née Docking's youngest surviving son. Like the green corn that ripens to gold in a heat wave of early July, on his home farm in Sedgeford he rooted the wings that would touch the sky. Like the green corn that ripens to tinder in the blaze of a quickened July, on the wheat fields of Eton he rooted, but in air he would live and die. Learned his Fahrenheit, furlongs and farthings, his fathoms and phrases at Fring. Stepping west to the church choir at Heacham, learned his keynotes and how to sing. It's in the air! Young Percy's caught it in his all-rounder's safe pair of hands. He bowls like a bomber's propeller. When he bats, it's tin hats in the stands. I saw him play last week for Sedgeford, the last game he ever played. First his short but explosive innings, then his full-flighted balls like grenades. Norfolk quiet, reserved, Norfolk quick, joined the RAF in 39 to serve in the bomb heat of Malta through the fiercest 2 years of that time. Got his wings out in Africa, Rhodesia, on the Empire Air Training Scheme. He flew for 4 years over strange lands to defend the clipped wings of a dream. Got his angel wings comprehending darkness, where bats out of bunker hell stream, the most subhuman fundament of culture, a vampire state's blood-oiled machine. Bullets strafe the fuselage, shrapnel shatters the cockpit. Rat-a-tat-tat, 6 men in a coffin, a gone south wild winter goose rocket. 2 Libyan campaigns, town and desert, 2 mentions in dispatches. That real culture war when take back control meant not Brexile bats, but worldwide watches. His pilot shot dead, and though still just a fitter, he safely landed a crew and cropped plane in the desert of time, and against Eden's wilderness fields he set his name. Flight Sergeant Pilot Lancelot, Percival Williamson, Percy and Anne née Docking's second surviving son. From on high in a red and black mass of hell-cross upside-down fire, on the wings of the gathering world storm's backward swastika's ceaseless gun ire, bullets strafe the fuselage, shrapnel shatters the cockpit, rat-a-tat-tat, 6 men in a coffin, a gone south wild winter goose rocket. Came home for 10 weeks in 44, then served the 5th year out of India in that other end of Empire War, up the rising sunsets over Burma. Came home for good, April 45, all his war work fully, daring done. Sweet and 20 survived, 5-year death defied, but a full world war from where he'd come. One last lost home leave, one ruth breath in the corn of his parents' place, then advanced flying unit training command at Wheaton Aston military base. Over Little Eton, just north of Derby, his reported unauthorized low flying on a training flight into a tree, caught thick-hedged 25 off a no ball, finds a daft way of dying. After such gallantry, such winged splendour, over Malta and Libya, on the Burma air front, a local exercise aerodrome in England, on Friday the 13th of July 1945, was his exeunt. R.I.P. Lancelot Percival. You lived up to your impossibly Arthurian names that don't touch the ground. Like summer lightning silvering thunderous clouds, how did your generation ever get down? The country boyhood veil shielded from the world, the man-kindly mastery of knightly combat, the fidelity to Logres to the end of its bitterest hours, mortal glimpse of a grail it couldn't quite grasp. The war-bereaved mother country wishing her child of the 20s a world without knights, dazzling airborne armour taken for angels, until death's blanche fleur grail puts that vision right. While a self-buried, goose-stepping corpse, hate saluted, you flew for this quiet, reserved land we love. In a crocked plane, I salute you, brave, unselfish, loving. In heaven's Elysian fields, you wrote your name. Flight Sergeant Pilot Lancelot, Percival Williamson, Percy and Anne née Dockings, almost surviving son.